Hello YouTube, Jovan here from Imperfect Creations Homestead in Zone 6B, Virginia. Welcome back to the garden. Honey, we've been on lockdown because of that part. We had another snowstorm come through this week, and then we had ice and sleet following it. We had hail and everything before that, but we are finally back in the garden. Just wanted to bring you along with me for just a few minutes. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Very happy to have you here, my mini-me and I. If you are a return viewer, thank you so much for coming back once again. We're happy to have you here. We hope you see something that you enjoy. We hope you hit that like button, and if you feel so inclined, subscribe. But I just want to share some great news with you. As the snow is melting, the garlic is looking wonderful. You look behind me here. Look at that, y'all. Look how happy that garlic looks. That garlic looks absolutely amazing. And this is just 3 of 6 or 7 containers we have with garlic. Our chamomile is still holding on. It took some hits with the snow and ice. The comfrey remains dormant, but the garlic looks really good. And if you look behind me here, sun's in my eye, but that's our winter sowing. You were with us for a few moments when we did our winter sowing, I believe in a short, but we've had yarrow that has germinated, kale, premier kale from M.I. Gardner has germinated. We have collards that have germinated, mustard greens. There's germination in just about every container down here. Mullein, plantain, it feels really good. Strawberries haven't germinated yet, but we're gonna give them some time. But yes, I'm very happy to see that the winter sowing was successful once again, because I told y'all, anything I can get away with winter sowing or growing in the greenhouse or direct sowing this year, that's the name of the game. Keep the gnats out of the house. Now, we have seeds started quite a bit, but we did a lot more winter sowing this year. So let me tip around this snow and ice. The fruit trees that were new to the garden last year are doing well. They got hit with some ice yesterday, so they're definitely getting their cold hours. The rosemary is still doing really well. You see that. This is in my rolling planter on the patio. Yeah, rosemary is holding on. I'm gonna tip through this snow because I want to take y'all into the greenhouse. If I fall, please don't laugh. Call the people. Y'all, the greenhouse looks so good. Let me just show you. Let me pan around a little bit. The lemongrass is dormant. I pray it comes back. We still got kohlrabi that made it through the worst of the winter. I did cut down this cauliflower, but I've got 4 kohlrabi that are ready to go. Gave them a little fertilizer and watered them the day before the last snow hit. I've got here some chamomile and some lavender and some lemon balm that I overwintered in the greenhouse. I took these out of the green stalk at the end of the summer season, and so they've been in here chilling. These are my mulberries and elderberries that I winter sowed. I'm gonna call it winter sowing because they have to have so many cold hours in order to germinate. That's what I did with them. This is the lavender that I got for like $3 or $4 in the fall. She overwintered very well, and then that's my thyme that went dormant. I also rescued that from the green stalk. We had spinach and radishes that we started indoors, and with the what we hope is coming up on the end of the winter season in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I moved these out to the greenhouse so they can get a little more stable temperatures and be ready to go in a few weeks. What I'm very excited about, in addition to the garlic, are these onions. Y'all look at these leeks and onions. These are American flag leeks. And so let me explain myself just a little bit. You know, some seeds, as they get older, they don't lose a lot of their germination. Some seeds. I had tomato seeds from 2014 when I first started container gardening on my balcony in my apartment. I planted those tomato seeds last year. I planted 15 seeds and got 33 tomato plants. The math wasn't mathing to me either, but I was grateful. Well, I know with onion seeds, the older they get, the less viable they are. And so I took the rest of my onion seeds that were a year or more older, and I just sowed them all. Well, honey, over there with the winter sowing and in here, the onion said we still got life. And so these are large American flag leeks from 2023 from True Leaf Market. All of them germinated. And I transplanted them to this, it's just an upcycled food container that's got good drainage in the bottom. And they seem to be taken very well to the greenhouse. These are my bulbing onions. I've got Walla Walla onions. These are Utah yellow sweet Spanish. These are red Geneva. And these are also Utah yellow sweet. And then these are Zebroon shallots. So all of them were seed started indoors. The Epic trays, these were started December 28th. These leeks I just started maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And then these shallots, I started them January 26th. So everybody's doing really good. I do want to show you, I hate that I harvested already because that's the best spinach I've ever grown. Look at these spinach leaves, y'all. These spinach leaves are just beautiful. They have been in here over the winter. This is from late fall. I don't know the variety, but my leeks that have been in here are coming back to life. They did get hit with the cold, but I watered everybody really well, and so they're bouncing back. These are large American flag leeks, just like these. And so they're a little bit more mature, but they will stay in these containers through spring and summer and be ready to go in the fall. But I eventually will take them out of the greenhouse. Now, here's what I'm very proud of. This is a first for us on the homestead this year. These are green globe artichokes. I want to give a shout out to Luke over at MI Gardener. These are seeds that I purchased from there, but I also want to give a shout out to Gary over on the Rusted Garden. He gave us a tip that we ran with. If you plant your artichoke seeds indoors, January, February in my zone, he's one zone above me, not too far from where I live, maybe 3 hours or so, but then put them out while the temperatures are still in the 40s, you'll get fruit the first year. So when I saw the forecast, even though we've had lots of snow and ice, the temperatures are fluctuating so much that it's warm-ish inside the greenhouse. So I brought these out before the storm hit. It's 50 degrees outside today, but it's 65 inside the greenhouse. And then also the cilantro that I didn't think did anything. Look at that cilantro. Those were seeds that germinated more than a month after I planted them. I reused soil, and so I had gone ahead and planted something else in the soil where the cilantro did not germinate. No, I did not dig up the seeds. And then the cilantro started coming up. So I transplanted it, and they are happy. So that's the greenhouse. And unfortunately, there is snow everywhere else, so I can't take you but so far. But up on the hill, you can see a little bit behind me. I did plant out some onion sets that I got at one of my local farmer co-ops in the fall. We planted 16 of those. And then if you can see behind me in the window, that's the garlic planter that I built. All of the garlic in there germinated. Those were the garlic bulbs that I purchased from MI Gardener and then planted those cloves. And then next to it, I don't know if we can, yeah, we can. See that smaller container that I got from Amazon? It's at least another 35 or so garlic in there. Honey, all of them germinated. When I say all, we got almost 100% germination on garlic. And the front beds are completely covered in snow. So I'm not trying to go up there. I love y'all, but I'm accident prone on a flat, dry surface. So we're not going up there. But all of that garlic germinated as well. More is popping up every day. I planted a little less than 30 cloves in the front yard. And then what I still have living up there are 2 collard plants and 2 or 3 kale that made it through. But my kale in here, it suffered a little bit from some bug damage. But this little one is hanging on. This is dazzling blue kale. And then look at the eucalyptus, y'all. The eucalyptus made it through. Isn't that wonderful? Basil, I don't know what I'm going to do with that basil. I was wondering if I left it long enough in the greenhouse if it would come back. You never know. I've been surprised before. I've cut down kale and collards. I'm talking about to the soil. And then they pop right back up. So I'm going to leave them. But that's the update on the homestead. We have a lot more things, seeds starting indoors. The hot peppers are germinating. We planted our hot peppers February 2nd indoors, and 5 of them have germinated. We've got a habanero, a poblano, a serrano, I believe a Hungarian yellow wax. And then this past Sunday, the 9th, today is Thursday the 13th, February 13th. This past Sunday, we seed started our sweet peppers. So I offset them by 1 week. I promised myself this year that I would be more intentional about seed starting peppers super early, because I got peppers to germinate last year, the hot ones, but it was late October, November before I got maturity on my habaneros. It was cold outside and they were just changing colors. Baby, them was some good peppers. And so we're just being more intentional on the homestead this year. My daughter is super excited because as soon as the snow is out of here for good, I'm going to build her raised bed where she's going to be growing her plants. And if you didn't hear before, she's going to be growing tiger melon, English cucumber. She's going to grow lunchbox peppers. She's going to grow some sunflowers. She's going to grow nasturtiums. Thank you, Miss Asia from Yellow Door Urban Homestead. We've done swapped seeds twice now, and she blessed us with some nasturtium seeds specifically for my mini-me. She loves all things pink. And we sent her some, I believe, asparagus seeds. Asparagus is new for us this year. I was sick and wasn't able to soak my asparagus seeds, so my daughter did it for me. My mini-me soaked the asparagus seeds. So they are indoors. They're in the soil. And I wish I could get back indoors quickly right now, but my feet are covered in snow. Y'all, the ginger and the turmeric both germinated. There are some beautiful, healthy looking shoots coming up out of that soil. And so I'm keeping the soil moist, but not too wet. And I actually came outside today to see if I could get access to some of my rocks. If you put rocks near where you have them planted, it'll help hold humidity and help them to grow better. But they're loving the indoors. I'm going to leave them indoors until there's absolutely no risk of frost, which for me is the beginning of June. So I'm very excited about what's going on in the homestead, y'all. If that's not coming across, I don't know how else to grin and tell you how excited I am. But we are grateful and thankful. We hope that everyone is safe. There's so much extreme weather across the U.S. right now. There's unrest, but we here at Imperfect Creations Homestead are thinking of you and praying for you. And we hope that you and your family are growing some things that you love and finding some peace in the garden. So from our family to yours, we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.